So here's the tab for the first phrase. Alright, so the first thing is we need to line up our hand properly. And we can see that from the tab that this covers the first 3 frets of the guitar. So we simply line up our hands, our left hand, so that the first fingers line up with the first fret, second finger with the second fret, third finger with the third fret. Alright, then taking the tab as instructions one step at a time, we look at the first instruction, which is to play the 6th string open, and then on the 6th string we play the 3rd fret. So that's open 3 on the 6th string, followed by 5th string, open 1, 2. So far we've got open 3 on the 6th string, open 1, 2 on the 5th string, and then we move on to open 4th string. And finally we come back to the open 6th string. So the whole phrase sounds like this. Now it's worth spending a bit of time learning this line well, because this line repeats right the way through the verse. So see if you can play this along with me. Notice that the timing is slightly odd. It starts on the 2nd beat of the bar. So I count you in 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright? So let's try that. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright, so I'm suggesting we play this all with down strokes. No need really to pick in both directions on this, because each note falls on a main beat. Okay, so practice that through as many times as it takes to get it fluent, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next line. Now you'll notice on this tab that the first part of the phrase is identical to the first line, and the only thing that changes is the very last note, which you'll see circled in red. That note there. So looking at this again, it's the first phrase terminates on the E note, the bottom E string, because it precedes the E 7th chord. So the E note goes with the E 7th chord. Then in the second line, we terminate the phrase on the A string, on the A note, and that fits the A 7th chord. So there's a certain simplicity to this structure, but it's a good knack to get used to when you're phrasing blues phrases, is to anticipate what we call root notes of chords. So let's just practice this a few times. You can play it with me. And again. Now have a go. You play the lead. I'll play the chord. 2, 3, 4, 1. Alright, don't worry too much if you didn't get that exactly right. This is going to be easier when we put it all together. So let's move on now and look at the first 2 lines as one unit. Alright, so you can see here our first phrase goes to the E note for the E 7th chord. does that twice. Third phrase goes to the A note for the A 7th chord. Then it returns back to the E note for the E 7th chord. Okay, so you can see the end notes there are marked in red, just to highlight the only note really that changes in the phrase. Alright, let's have a couple of goes through this together. First time through, I'll play the lead lines very lightly so you can kind of follow in the footprints, as it were, and I'll take care of the rhythm side of things for now, so you worry just about the lead. Remember, we're coming after the first beat, so I'm going to count 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, we'll go through that once more. This time I'm going to just scratch along with the lead part, let you play the actual notes, and I'll take care of the rhythm. So you needn't worry about that, just play the lead lines. Alright, remember to come in after the first beat. So, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, depending on how well you get on with that, you can either repeat that through a few times just to get it up to speed, or move on and let's look at the next bit. So here we start with the same phrase, but terminate it on the B note, which is at fret 2 on the A string. You can see that here on the tablature. So here we go, this sounds like this, and it's followed by the quick change from the B7th to A7th. So let's practice that through a few times. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Alright, and now you play that part and I'll respond with the chords. 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's try that again. 2, 3, 4, 1. One more time, this is the difficult part of the song. 2, 3, 4, 1. Alright, so after that it's back to the original line, terminating on the E7 chord following it. So the whole of that last line sounds like this. So now you're ready to play the lead all the way through. I'm going to play with you. First time through I'm going to play it faintly so again you can follow in the footsteps. Alright, remember to come in after the first beat. 2, 3, 4, 1. do that again. Okay, so now you've learnt both the rhythm and the lead part. See if you can put it all together, playing both parts. We'll do this against the backing track, and I'm going to count you in, and I'm going to play along with you the first time through, and then I'll let the backing track run for you to head off on your own. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Alright, so hope you had some fun with that. Obviously you can repeat that through again, but you can access that backing track anytime you like from the menu just to the right of this screen on this lesson. You'll see there's two versions of it. That's the slow one we were just working with there. Once you feel you're on top of that, have a crack at the faster one, and that's the one you heard me play along to the beginning of this lesson. Alright, well I'll leave you to that, and then I'll catch up with you in the next lesson when we'll look at verse 2 of Texas Blues.